Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've never really done a type of video like this before with my without doing a live comm, because usually I'm live commentary on my game, but today we have a little bit of news, or actually it's from yesterday, but we have time to evaluate. Remember, it's the NBA offseason, and I like to talk about the NBA. I'm hoping I could do more of this type of stuff. Obviously, a couple of trades yesterday. Jeff Teague to the Indiana Pacers and George Hill to the Jazz. The Hawks got a number 12 overall pick for the 2016 draft, which is today. But more importantly, the Chicago Bulls traded Derrick Rose, Justin Holiday, and a 2017 second-round pick to the New York Knicks in exchange for Jose Calderon, Jerry Grant, and Robin Lopez. Now, look, before I start evaluating this, I want to tell you guys that I'm a Bulls fan. I'm a huge Bulls fan. No one else. Okay, I do not support any other team. I'm a huge Bulls fan. So you might expect that I'm upset with this trade, but in reality, I'm not upset at all. And I, saw a lot of stuff yesterday about Bulls fans were just so upset. But I don't really think they're upset because Derrick Rose is going to turn into something great and because this was legitimately a terrible trade, because I don't think that. I think that they're upset because Derrick Rose is a memory. Our memory of Derrick Rose is as an incredible, athletic, well, mostly the youngest MVP. He's one of the most athletic point guards to ever play the game, obviously, in those years, but those years didn't last very long. And in the last 5 years, I haven't seen many signs of him returning to that form, and especially last season, which was the least promising of all of them. The Bulls didn't make the playoffs. The Bulls were actually better last season without Derrick Rose on the floor. And you might say, well, Derrick Rose had an orbital fracture and he, was dealing with the injury and he got better as the months went on. He was at his best by the end of the year. But when you think about it, the Bulls got worse throughout the year. When Derrick Rose was playing well, the rest of the team wasn't involved and the rest of the team wasn't winning games. I got the impression that Derrick Rose was a me-first player, and he didn't really get the guys involved. You notice that when Jimmy Butler was playing in a game and Derrick Rose wasn't, I think I saw this thing on SportsCenter, but when Derrick Rose didn't play and Jimmy Butler did, the Bulls were 10-2, something like that, some really good record, and Jimmy Butler put up insane numbers like 28, 8-7 or something crazy like that. I mean, that's unreal. And when he was playing, the Bulls obviously were under 500, and Butler's stats were probably around like 19 points, 5-4, something like that. But this trade isn't really for winning. Now, I'm not sure. Maybe, you go with Jimmy Butler as your franchise player and hope he leads you to the playoffs. I think he will, honestly, but I think, the purpose of this trade from Chicago's standpoint is that they don't need this guy anymore. He's not part of the future. He's not going to be, if they kept him this year, he wasn't going to be re-signed in the offseason. So that's why this makes sense. Although, the one thing I don't understand with this trade is why the Bulls weren't able to acquire, better pieces. I don't think that Jose Calderon serves them a lot of purpose. Jerry Grant has potential. Robin Lopez I actually like. I think he's underrated, and I think he can fit well with the team. But I do kind of wish they got a pick out of this, because I do think that if you're trading Derrick Rose is probably the most valuable piece in this trade. And, yeah, whether you like it or not, he probably is. And a lot of fans didn't like this because they thought that now the team is just done. There's no way they're going to win. A lot of people giving up on the Bulls just because of this. People love Derrick Rose with that hope that he would return to form. If you talk to a Bulls fan and you tell him what I think, my opinion is that Derrick Rose isn't a top 10 point guard in the NBA. And he can't be a top 10 point guard in the NBA because he can't return to form. And they'll say, well, just wait till he's healthy. Well, what is healthy? What does that mean? Because he played 66 games last season. And I don't think that that's the MVP type player that we're used to seeing. I don't think that player was anything. So it's interesting from that standpoint because I don't understand how you can envision Derrick Rose being a franchise-changing player, you got to rely on him playing at least 65 games next season. And remember, he's only on contract for 1 more year. So if he does pan out for the Knicks, he can stay or he can get money somewhere else. It's a contract year, so he might be motivated. But if he doesn't play well, it's bad. He's not going to get paid a lot of money just due to his injury issues, and because if he's not a quality player, there's no reason to pay him a lot. If he's going to be, taking 16 shots a game and making your defense worse like he did last year, I mean, it's just not going to work out. So that's what I feel about it. But I haven't really gone over what this means for the Knicks. This means the Knicks, it's a risk because you don't know what Derrick Rose you're getting. You don't know what he's going to be like. Can Derrick Rose return? Can he be, an 18.6 assist point guard? Then of course they can contend. Maybe not contend for a championship, but they can definitely contend for a playoff spot. It'll be very interesting. However he plays, it'll definitely be entertaining to watch this team next season. I did play 2 games in this video, so the game 4 is going to come out. Or it's going to be, I didn't play much of it. I just simmed to the end at one point, but it's just at the end of this video because I didn't feel like making an individual video for it. But I just felt like this trade needed to happen at some point. And I'm really happy that they got rid of him. I just don't know if this is the right deal. I did not think that the Bulls could make it work with Derrick Rose. I don't think those two fit, especially with Jimmy Butler being, the centerpiece right now. He is the best player on the team. And it's not even close. Pau Gasol's probably leaving, so they're going to build around him. He's going to have a monster year next year, I think, if they don't trade him on draft day, which I hope they don't, because that would mean a complete rebuild, and they're not going to start winning after that for a really long time. So, but you look at the Knicks, and they've got a pretty nice big 3, if you want to call it that. I don't know if I'd call it that with Rose, Carmelo Anthony, and Kristaps Porzingis, but there's also rumors of the Knicks chasing other free agents such as Dwight Howard, Kevin Durant, guys like that. I hope y'all enjoyed this video, though. If you want me to do more of these, just leave a like, comment, subscribe, understand. I'm out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.